Well, just a half-mile west of the Civil War battlefield of Honey Springs is the small rural town of Renniesville, one of 50 all-black towns in Oklahoma settled between 1865 and 1920. But today, Renniesville is one of just 13 that still survives, thanks to the townspeople who live there.
Renniesville has been here since 1903. At one point in Renniesville, there were several mercantile stores. There was a cotton gin. Carnivals came to Renniesville. The population was really large here. When the Depression came, the family couldn't survive here and they just moved away. And that just left businesses crumbling, people leaving, and it just almost folded the community. I'm Mildred Burkhalter, and I'm mayor of Renniesville, Oklahoma. I took a survey of what it would take to keep Renniesville alive because it was slowly, the curtain was coming down on it, it was drying up. I had to come up with a plan. I came up with the fact that we needed a community building, something that would draw the community together. We once had all dirt roads. Now we have paved roads or paved streets or whatever. The streets have names. The park was developed to something for the children, so it keeps a little bit of life in the center of Renniesville. The sign up on the highway says 66, but we're at about 132 people since that last census poll was taken.
Noted American historian John Hope Franklin was born in Renniesville in 1915. Considered the country's preeminent black historian, Franklin is best known for his work From Slavery to Freedom. And it is the history that surrounds Renniesville that could well determine its future.
You can have 100,000 people traveling that road, but not $1 of that money is going to stop in Renniesville unless you have something to offer to the people.
But as the sun sets on this little town each evening, a musical revival often awakes at the Oklahoma Blues Hall of Fame.
There's nothing like expressing yourself in the blues art form that allows you to tell your story or perform the music behind someone who has a story to tell.
I'm Selby Minner. I live here in Renniesville and run the Oklahoma Blues Hall of Fame, which is what this is in the old juke joint that was founded by D.C. Minner's grandmother in '36. I'm originally from Rhode Island. The music is what got me here in D.C. Minner. He was born on this spot. I met him in California and he moved me back here.
A beautiful dream, a dream for two. When you find the right one who makes your dream of love come true.
Everybody in Renniesville thought nobody ever came down here because they went to bed at 10 and we opened, our people showed up at 11 and then our people left at 5 a.m. and they all got up at 6 and DC would get out there and clean up all the beer cans before they drove by on the way to church. So everybody that lived in town thought he was like Noah building the ark, trying to make this place 75 feet by 75 feet, and they had only seen 2 cars here at any one time.
Rejoices whenever you are near.
Music brings people together, and I've seen that over and over and over again. Chuck Berry, back when he was out there, they had that little yellow line and the white people dancing on one side and the black, it's illegal, and the next thing you know, second song, that little yellow line's gone and everybody's dancing. And that's a lot of what changed this country back in the 60s.
A little thing called the gorilla song. Now I want everybody to get into this one. Little thing me and Bronco wrote together. Woo!
Well, the video we just showed you is from the website Struggle and Hope. Kari Barber is its creator and the producer of an upcoming documentary on Oklahoma's historic black towns. So, Kari, we're all here jamming in the studio to the blues. That had to be a lot of fun to shoot.
It was so much fun to shoot, and I really recommend anybody who's interested attend the Blues Festival every Labor Day in Rentisville. It is such a good time, but they have all kinds of things going on at the Down Home Blues Club throughout the year, and music was such an important part of this story that it almost became a character in itself in the film.
So, Kari, while these towns may face similar challenges, do they also have their own identities?
Each town is really unique, and so that's why I think I really enjoyed doing the web videos where we got to focus and tell a story about each of the towns. And that's why I think it's really important and interesting to try to visit more than one of the towns. You can learn a bit about music in one place and maybe learn about something else somewhere else. But there's just so many stories to be told in each of these towns.
So, Kari, at the end of the day, what do you want to accomplish with the Struggle and Hope website and then the documentary?
I hope that people everywhere across the U.S. will look around themselves, look around their own towns, and notice the history that maybe is not being told. For so long, history was what I guess some people call a top-down history. And a lot of stories were left out because of that and maybe never even recorded. So I think that that's really what this film and this project is about, is creating a more robust history that includes more voices and more diverse accounts of history that really becomes a more truthful history about our shared story.
All right. Thank you so much, Kari. And we certainly look forward to visiting with you when the documentary does come out. Now, you can see more videos of Oklahoma's historic all-black towns at struggleandhope.com.